So you need to get a new sight. You've seen a lot of people on YouTube with single pin sights and a lot with multi-pin sights, and you don't know which one's going to be better for you. Well, today that's what we're going to discuss. Advantages and disadvantages of both, so you can try and make an informed decision on what's going to suit you the best. There's three main types. Doesn't matter whether it's for hunting or for target, you have the three main types of sight. You got single pin, multi-pin and stacked pin. All of them are very good and work very well, but which will work better for you? Now let's get into it. But firstly, if you stick around to the end, I'll show you one thing which will make the most difference to your accuracy and the sight that you buy. So a couple of things you need to consider before you look into single pin or multi-pin. Are you going to be hunting with it? Are you going to be just shooting target with it? Are you going to shoot more target than hunting, or more hunting than target? And of course, what sort of money do you want to spend on your sight? First of all, let's talk about single pin sights. Well, as the name suggests, single pin sights only have one pin. You can get them in different types of sights. This one's a sliding sight, so you'll slide the lever here, and that'll change the distance for each different distance you're going to shoot. It has a lock nut on the side here, so you can't accidentally move it without unlocking it first. You've also got a different type of single pin sight where it's got the reel on the side of it, and so you can move the reel, sight slides up and down to get you different distances. Single pin sights can be great for long range shooting and for target shooting. As you can see with the sight picture, you have an ultra clear view of your target with just the single one vertical pin in the way of your target. The biggest advantage of a single pin sight is the clarity of your target. So with a single pin sight, instead of having lots of different distances that you've got sighted in, you'll have a sight tape here. So if you go to 20 meters, you go down to move the slider all the way down to your 20 meter mark, and that's 20 meters. Then obviously 30 meters up further, 35 meters. The good thing about a single pin sight is you can set your pin on using your slider or your roller to an exact distance. So if you're using a multi-pin sight and you've got your pin set to say 20 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters, 50 meters, if your target's at 35, you're guessing the distance between your 20 meter and your 30 meter and your 40 meter pin. With a sliding sight, you can just move the mark directly to 35 meters, which means it's going to really give you a more accurate shot. More accurate than guessing between two pins. So the biggest advantages of a single pin sight is the clarity, the fact that you can fine tune your distance to an exact meter, giving you a more precise aiming point. The disadvantages though, if you're hunting, means that if you've got your pin set for say 20 meters thinking you're going to get the shot there, and you draw your bow back, then the shot doesn't present itself and the animal keeps feeding away from you, say to now 30-35 meters, you've got to let down, readjust your sight, draw back again, and all these things mean that you can get spotted by the animal. The other thing is it takes a lot more time. Whereas if you had a multi-pin sight and he's feeding away from you or towards you, you start off at 20 meters, he's still feeding and doesn't present the shot. By the time he gets to 30 meters, you simply lift up to the next pin and take the shot. So the disadvantages of a single pin sight would be, one, requires adjustment for changing distances, and sometimes you might not get the time to do that, or the animal might be looking towards you and you might get seen. Number two, it's time consuming to having to move that pin, especially if you don't get very long to take the shot. And number three, it can be less practical when hunting, simply for the reason that I said before, with the animal feeding away to you or towards you and not getting time to move it, or getting sprung while you're doing it. I've had that situation myself a couple of times. So to get around some of those disadvantages, you'd use a multi-pin sight. Now you've got obviously your multi-pins, 5 pin is the most common. You can see them up to 7 pin and down to 2 or 3 pin. Most often you'll see them at 4 and 5 pin. So most people using a 70-pound bow are going to sight the pins to 20 meters, 30 meters, 40, 50 and 60 meters. Now like we said before, if you have a target at 25 meters, you're simply going to split the pin and put the target halfway between your 20 and your 30 meter pin. Therefore, I suppose the biggest advantage of a multi-pin sight is how quick and easy it is to draw back, aim and shoot without having to worry about whether the target's moving towards you or away from you. Quite often when you're hunting, you're going to get times where you've got to draw back and you think the animal's going to be at 20 meters, but he won't present a shot until he's 30 or 40 meters. You can hold back until he presents the shot, and then just simply move up to your 40-metre pin or your 30-metre pin rather than having to let down and readjust your pins. Having a 5-pin sight makes it really convenient for hunting for exactly that reason. They're great for hunting and fast-paced shooting, no need for on-the-spot adjustments, but they do have more clutter in your sight picture. The other thing with multi-pin sights is there's always a risk of using the wrong pin. You might see the animal at 30 metres and think you're putting your 30-metre pin on him, when in fact you're actually putting your 40-metre pin on him. Again, I have done that before, and it's not till after you take the shot and you miss by a mile and you start kicking yourself and swearing and cursing. The other disadvantage, of course, with the single pin sight is that if you've got to split your pins by aiming between your 20 and 30 or your 30 and 40 or your 40 and 50 to get a 35-metre shot, for instance, then obviously your shooting's not as precise as what it would be if it was a single pin. So when should you use each type? Me personally, I think that if you're shooting target and a lot more target than you're shooting hunting, then I personally think you're better off with a single pin sight, whereas it's a lot less clutter, the target's a lot clearer. You've got plenty of time when you're shooting target to move your slider or your wheel to get the exact distance that you need. I think that single pin is best for target. It is definitely good for hunting, but you got to remember, under pressure, you might forget to move the pin and you're going to miss the animal. If you're a person who hunts all the time or a lot more times than what you go shooting target, then I would suggest using a multi-pin sight, where again, like I said, if the animal's moving or you don't get the shot when you think you're going to get it, you can easily make the adjustment simply by lifting your bow slightly up or slightly down to go to your next pin or the pin that's relevant to that distance anyway. I really think that you need to try both yourself, because what's right for me isn't going to be right for you. You might like a single pin sight, I might not. You might like a double pin sight in a certain situation that I might not. So it's best to go to your local club and try and see if you can borrow someone's sight and see if it's any different. Otherwise, you're just going to have to go to a shop, buy the different sight, try it out, and hopefully you like what you chose. Now, the trick I was going to suggest to you when you're buying a sight to make it much more accurate is, if you can buy one with an extension bar, that's what you want to get. They are very expensive, much more expensive than your normal sight like this, but if you can get one, it's going to be more accurate for you. If you can imagine, say, a rifle, for instance, and a pistol's only accurate out to 10 and 20 metres at the absolute most, because you've got your front sight on the barrel and your back sight on the back of the pistol. There's only a very short distance, whereas a rifle, you've got a much bigger distance between the front of the barrel and the back of the barrel. Now, this is the same with your bow. If you've got this on an extension bar, you can get out further away from the bow. It's got a bigger distance between your pin and your peep sight, which is going to make it much more accurate over a distance. The problem with having an extension bar, though, means that you're going to be spreading your pins out a lot further. So if you've got a 5-pin sight, spreading your pins out a lot further, you might run out of room inside your sight guard, your pin guard. Whereas if you had a single slider sight, you're not going to run out of the room inside your sight guard. You can slide that all the way up and all the way down and get good distances out of it. The same as what you will with something like this. If you're shooting long distances, you might want to look at a sight like that. But either way, if you can't afford a sight like this, which is around about the $550 mark, if you can get a sight that has multiple positions on the arm here to get it away from the bow, that's still going to make it more accurate as well. So not only you got a decision to make between single pin and double pin, you also got to decide how far out you want it from the bow to how accurate it's going to be. It might pay to mention also that on single pin sights such as the Spot Hog, Fast Steady XL or the Hog Father, that sort of thing, anything Spot Hog, and I think there's a couple of other sites that do it now as well, you can get double pin sights. So there's still a single pin sight pin, but they'll have one fibre there and then they'll have another fibre about 5 mils down, so it gives you really 2 pins, and that can be very accurate as well. Trophy Ridge have also got a sight they call a peak sight, which is an all vertical pin sight, and that can be a bit of a compensation, if you like, between single pin and multi-pin, whereas it's just still got the one pin up in the center of the sight housing, but it's got actually 5 pins in there. So ultimately the choice comes down to you. One sight is not better than the other, it's whatever suits you and your application. I personally think that a single pin sight is going to be better if you're shooting a lot of target, and a multi-pin sight is better for me when I'm hunting. Your finances will come into it as well. Buy the best sight you possibly can, so you don't have to go and buy it again in another couple of months or another 12 months. That's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching, And if you have any questions, make sure to write them down below and we'll answer them as quickly as we can. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.